Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last
I'm
mission?
glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could take it. One of my cousins has an agribusiness. I was thinking... I mean, now that they're cut off from the company.
Just trying to get a
Well,
sense
they
of
know
where...
about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
And what do they think?
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially... I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Ever thought about going back under the knife? Maybe get an upgrade?
No thanks, Commander. One slip and you can't remember your own name. The L2s spike higher anyway. And it'd be a cold day before I turn myself over to a Canadic subsidiary.
I haven't heard anything about Canadics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of... After first contact, Canadics was set up to track Element Zero exposures. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Canadics could bring in experts, instead of taking it slow.
I'm sure Canadics did what they thought
It
was
wasn't best for us. A real hard ass. He basically had a free pass to break. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But anyway, I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
We'll talk another time,
Commander?
Looking for supplies?
Not right now.
No problem. Keep checking back. Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while.
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in
I
particular?
remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you
I was
investigating?
tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in... We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting...
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling, but this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was
First,
happening?
we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, after a bit of digging, I discovered... So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility. Counteract... It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Yeah? Go on.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the... Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess. But only on the inside.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian... I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but... all they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A few casualties is a small price to pay.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to
I
us?
sent out feelers from time to time. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart. His idea of a joke, I guess. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check
I'll
it.
check out the coordinates when I
I
get
was
a
hoping you'd
chance.
say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've
You
got.
bet, Commander.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? T'Soni?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Next, you'll tell me you all ran across green fields singing show tunes.
Don't knock show tunes. I might have to take exception. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Your beliefs are your business. I'm your commanding officer, not your moral compass.
Just my commanding officer, huh? We'll have to see about that.
What are you saying, Williams?
Me? I'm not saying anything, Skipper. I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
We lost a lot of the colonists. I don't see how we could have done more, but I still feel bad about it. You alright? That must have been like what you saw in Elysium.
We did the best we could. Not that it means much to the dead.
Amen, Skipper.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was head of a small tribe. They followed Jared, one of the few. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turian.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up. To stop. I told them all to forget about war. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming.
I take it the warlord
No,
didn't.
he didn't. We met him. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence.
It sounds like a trap to me.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws.
Jared was your father?
We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. I escaped with my life, but not before. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot.
What's so special about
It's
you?
my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't... Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special
I
privileges.
probably had it easier than most growing up. But it's not all good. People like my father have enemies.
Why didn't you tell me this
I
before?
guess I'm just tired of... Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my If I don't, it's like I failed. And that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarians.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the... But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world
Where was your mother and all?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't...
Like I said, it wasn't easy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even... Come to think of it, I can't ever... I mean, I know he cares about me. But he never really showed it. Not in the usual way. Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better.
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Doctor,
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
maybe we could pick...
I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Why me?
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz, a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
You're interested in me because of my visions. You just want to know more about the Protheans.
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Williams and I are just friends, nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?